Hi, this is PR Sundar. Welcome to Dalal Street Week Ahead program sponsored by Delta.exchange. Last week was an eventful week. Exit poll results first, then followed by actual results. And the actual results were far exceeding the exit poll results. But despite that, the markets were not in a very bullish mode. So it was just consolidating. In fact, the whole of November series, Nifty has been consolidating between 25,500 and 26,100. Although two times Nifty broke 25,500 on the downside, it was just only a temporary intraday dip. Positionally, I think Nifty has not closed below 25,500. So basically, it is just a consolidation. If you can remember, on May 12th, when the India-Pakistan ceasefire news came, the Nifty shot up from 24,000 to 25,000. And after that, it has been trading between, 25,000 plus minus 500, 600 points. And same thing, finally markets broke out in the month of October. In the month of October, Nifty rallied about 6% or 1,500 points to 26,000 around. Then from there, it has been consolidating, 26,000 plus minus. Plus is very, very little. It's only 100 point, but minus is more, about 500 point. So therefore, logically speaking, 26,100 is going to be a stiff resistance. And Bihar state election results, if that goes in favor of NDA, people thought there will be some kind of a rally in markets, but the mood was dampened because of the US markets. So US markets for last two trading sessions fell drastically. Of course, on Friday, it fell about 1.5%, then again recovered almost the same, finally closing a little bit negative only. But, the intraday fall was very big. And S&P 500 from day before yesterday high to yesterday low, that means like Thursday high to Friday low, it was, more than 3% fall. And what happens here, if US market is doing well, here IT stocks are doing well. The US market doing very badly, here IT stocks are falling. So that is why, in fact, on Friday, and although Bihar results came much better than expected, but the IT stocks were down until afternoon. And if you look at the candle, it is a 3 to 3:15. That 15-minute candle only, Nifty shot up more than 100 points. And that's mainly because of short covering in IT index. So if you leave that until 3 p.m., markets were down, IT index was down. So that was, such a big result come, Bihar election results in favor of NDA, but market was trading in negative territory. In fact, just for fun, I posted, and I want NDA to lose, but my portfolio want NDA to win. And then, around 2:30, 3 p.m., many people have replied to my tweet, "Sir, you also lost and your portfolio also lost." But the portfolio recovered in the last half an hour, and then Nifty has actually ended in green. Mostly I invest in Nifty Bs and Bank Bs. I don't invest much in stocks, a little bit of stocks here and there. But other than that, mostly more than 90% of my investments are in Nifty Bs and Bank Bs. So therefore, I don't have to worry about the sectors, which sector performing, which sector not performing. But as long as Nifty is doing well, so it's okay for me. And in fact, I bought some Nifty Bs when the Nifty was around 24,000. Again, I bought when it was 23,500. Again, bought when it was 22,000. That's it. It came to 22,000. I dare not buy. but then the markets recovered. So anyway, so the markets are in consolidation mode, and this Bihar's election results market did not break out because of these results, maybe, because of the global cues. So we have to see for the next few days if the global markets recover. So maybe we might recover. And Nifty future crossed 26,000 one or two times in the last 1 week, 10 days, but not the Nifty spot. So therefore, the first resistance is 26,000 itself in the spot. But if one good day, Nifty spot can cross. But the resistance is actually at 26,100 because at 26,100, Nifty has made a double top. So Nifty has made a double top, then after that it has fallen drastically. So therefore 26,100 is going to be very, very important. Now we have how many more trading sessions? We have 7 more trading sessions for this month expiry. In case if 26,100 is crossed, then the next resistance will be all-time high around 26 to 280, 277 or 280 like that. Let us say 26,300. So on the upside, the very important resistance 26,100, 26,300. On the downside, 25,500. For one or the other reason, if 25,500 is broken, then the next support is only at 25,000. But as of now, I'm not expecting any such event. But even 25,000 put, yesterday morning it was trading around 20 rupees. And closing basis, I think it is trading around 15, 16 rupees. So still, for 7 trading session, that far away, that premium is still very lucrative. And there are people who have HNI clients, they just don't look at the ROI, so they can sell those options. You can pocket that money. And of course, anything happen in stock market. So whenever you take a position, you always keep in mind, you have to keep certain stop losses. Right? So, in case of any black swan event and this and that. So other than that, Nifty falling below 25,000 in this series is very, very little chance. Right? So anyway, in a social media, I cannot say something naked positions. And otherwise, if something happens, other people will start trolling. One day, I gave some suggestions. One can consider this trade. The next day, the trade resulted in some loss. And some people started saying, no, because you suggested this trade, people have lost 500 crore, because they think that everybody, like every option is sold based on my recommendation, right? So that is that's why. No, so if you put disclaimer or you put a stop loss, then you are safe. Okay. So data wise, there are no important data. I don't know, US market, probably US government shutdown, and because of that, they have not declared. Many times I see in newspapers, tomorrow is the consumer price inflation data, but the next day the inflation data never came. Probably the government shut down because of that, So there were some disruptions in releasing the data. So just now also I checked for the next 1 week, there are no important data from US. Of course, some consumer inflation data is there from Europe, but Europe is not very relevant to India. In India also, there is nothing very important. So going by all these things, the result season has also come to an end. Usually, the time is given is all about 45 days. That means, October 1 to November 15. By November 15, every company has to declare the results. So I think the result season is completely over. Okay? The results, the previous quarter, the results were not really very good overall. But this time, the overall, it's not really very bad. Although it's not very good, but not very bad also. So going by all these, so we might take some more in time to consolidate. And one news that can change the market is the Indo-US trade deal. So if any such trade deal comes, if it is positive for the market, while I'm talking, I think on Friday night, US reduced the tariff against Switzerland from 39% to 15%. So broadly, mostly the US is thinking on the line of 15% for most of the countries. So some countries are too favorable, they bring it to 10. Some countries not favorable, they make it 20. So by looking at this, there is every possibility like the trade tariff, it might come down to 15% from 50%. If any such thing happens, only then our market can turn bullish and Nifty is likely to take out all-time high. The hopes are high with the bulls that all-time high will be taken out by the end of December. But even if all-time high is taken out by the end of December, then for a 15-month period, the Nifty return will be zero for those who have invested last week of September last year. So that is a game in stock market. Generally people are saying, sir, market's going higher, but my portfolio is not going higher. But in fact, mid-cap Nifty is hitting all-time high every now and then. But still people portfolio are not doing actually very well. So that means, so the stocks that are in index, they are going higher, but the stocks that are outside the index are not really performing well. So in my opinion, okay, I told you, even for the next few years, the markets are not likely to give better return than FD return. But however, if any trade deal, short-term, some positives, Nifty is likely to touch 30,000 by the end of next year, December. So that is purely based on the assumption that if 1 year Nifty is not performing well, the following year it tends to outperform. So let us see what is going to happen. So they're all like medium-term, long-term views, but short-term is 25,500 to 26,100. In case if 26,100 is crossed, 26,300. So the broader market is 25,500 to 26,300. So as I told you, the data-wise, there is nothing more important. Now the market will be left for the global cues, FII selling. And remember, FIIs are net sellers on every single trading sessions in November series. Only one day they bought, but then we came to know that, that was because of Bharti Airtel block deal. So leave that one day, every single trading session, FIIs were net sellers. So keep watching for their, activity plus the global cues like that. So market is consolidation is good for the people who are selling straddles and strangles. So they make good money. So overall, this month is not really very bad because Nifty shot up nearly 6% in October. Such a big rally, the markets are likely to consolidate. So as of today, November is almost 3 weeks are over, but still it is the same place where it started in the beginning. So it was absolutely sideways, though intra-month volatility is very high, intra-month moves are very big. So it's good for the people who sold straddles and strangles, so they're sitting with a good profit. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thank you for watching.